How would you like to never have to file income taxes again? How would you like to break up with Wall Street? How would you like to divorce the IRS? How would you like to have guaranteed results every single month on demand and with predictability? And not having to ever worry about what the market is doing to your retirement nest egg. I call this living retired and tax-free. How would you like to receive 100% of your Social Security benefit instead of Uncle Sam taxing your earned benefit? Best of all, it is completely legal according to the Internal Revenue Code. Guess who approves the Internal Revenue Code? That's right, the IRS. I'm going to show you the places in the tax code that use the word exempt when it comes to cash flow. I help my clients plan retirement strategies that are immune to market volatility, are totally tax-free, and may allow them to not even file a tax return in retirement. You've spent your entire life paying into Social Security. Shouldn't you get the full benefits you are entitled to? While that must sound completely obvious, the number of people that are actually following this plan is extremely small. The truth is, most retirees start every single month having little to absolutely no idea how much money they are going to have next month. Even retirees that have built substantial nest eggs live in a constant state of fear, not knowing where the market is going. Do you ever wonder how you can take back control of your money instead of just chasing rates of return? Shouldn't your retirement income be predictable? Why did you save in the first place? You saved that you can spend it during retirement. If you're always afraid of what the market may do today or tomorrow, you live your life in a constant state of fear instead of having financial independence. This is the reality many face day after day after day. Each day, thousands of retirees with hope and determination meet the cold, unknown, and uncertain of what the market will do tomorrow. The biggest fear most retirees have is running out of money. What happens if the market tanks? When will it be? Today? Tomorrow? Next year? Only a few with a predictable retirement system can say with certainty that they are living retired and tax-free. That allows you to maintain control of your money and use it exactly like you plan to. Hi, my name is Aaron Godwin, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you exactly why I went from a successful engineer to becoming the engineer of wealth. I'm also going to share with you how my clients have installed a predictable retirement system that may allow them to live the rest of their lives never having to file income taxes again. And you can do the exact same thing. I'm also going to share with you the 3 biggest mistakes that most retirees are making when it comes to distribution of retirement plans. The 2 things that every single person living retired and tax-free has present in their financial plan, and without question, those that are struggling do not. The simple, proven 4-step method that moves your money from a taxable position to a tax-free position, and you can start putting this to work in your financial plan today. Are you frustrated about what is coming next? Are you frustrated about taxes? Are you frustrated about the unknown of the market? Are you frustrated about the unknown of elections and politics? Instead of telling you that I discovered some new strategy, what if I simply told you that I discovered a strategy that has been around for over 160 years? Compare that to the 401k, which at this point is just over 40 years old. These are the exact same strategies that are used by the Rockefellers, Walt Disney, James Cash Penney, Ray Kroc, and Doris Christopher. I came from the traditional radio financial celebrity school of thought. Save everything, put your money in the market, and maybe you can retire someday. Then I began to hang around business owners and entrepreneurs. I asked them for advice on money. Most of them laughed because they knew what I was doing with my money. They all had one common belief though: maintain control of your money. Don't give up control of your money chasing a rate of return. These individuals dared to be different. They dared to challenge the status quo. This all began because I began to get an uneasy feeling about my retirement accounts. I had followed all the advice from financial celebrities. I was eating beans and rice. I was completely debt-free except for the house, and I had been saving year after year in the places they recommended, tracking how the market was performing and how my accounts were performing. Something just didn't add up. I began to do the research in taxes, fees, and market volatility. I learned that we have 3 distinct and very different phases in our financial lives: accumulation, distribution, and legacy. The accumulation of wealth, trading your time for money. The distribution of wealth, putting the money that you have saved to work. And legacy, leaving an inheritance to your children's children. I learned that the distribution of wealth is far different than the accumulation of wealth. I began talking to coworkers that were near retirement, the ones that had survived the market crashes of 2000 and 2008. I began to dig into the numbers, and what I found astonished me. I had to find a better way. The engineer in me said to dig into the math. So I did. I challenged everything I thought I knew about money, and I found my answer. I first began by applying this technique to my life, and like clockwork, I began seeing predictable results. I thought, I wonder if this is duplicatable for anyone else. I began sharing with family, friends, and coworkers. They would all ask one question: who do I go to? I didn't have an answer. The problem I ran into was that none of the financial advisors that I spoke to were using this method. They were all schooled by financial marketing or financial celebrities. I learned that financial marketing and financial education are very different. They never took into account what this was doing on the back end during the distribution phase. So I had all the answers except who to trust to put this system in motion. So I did what every man does that finds their purpose in life. I pursued it. I quit my safe and secure engineering job, earned my licenses, and began going to work. But whenever I left my engineering job, I had just completed my master's degree in engineering. I had just been selected for a large promotion. I was thriving in this environment, but I still knew that I could help more people as an engineer of wealth. I began with teaching this method to young couples so that they could take back control of their money to start businesses or even retire early and not have to pay early withdrawal penalties. These strategies will also allow them to pay for vacations, cars, and their kids' college, all while maintaining an uninterrupted compounding interest rate. The more I worked, the more I ran into the retirees that were worried about where they should be putting their money. I latched on to veteran financial planners, learning what they were doing. I read every book I could find that challenged the status quo of putting everything into the market. I hired mentors. I have invested over $100,000 of my own money to share these strategies with you. I learned about the three thieves when it comes to retirement: taxes, fees, and volatility. I began studying book after book. I've spent time learning from licensed CPAs and tax professionals. The last piece of the puzzle was when I learned the majority of people receiving Social Security retirement benefits pay income taxes on those benefits. But did you know it was originally set up to be tax-free? My mind was completely blown. These same strategies that I was using to help people retire early without paying early withdrawal penalties could be used for people of retirement age drawing Social Security to never have to file income taxes again. I have combined the wealth of knowledge from amazing mentors to eliminate fees, remove volatility, and live tax-free. And now, for the very first time, I'm going to share the retired and tax-free system with you. Let me start off by saying the two questions I hear the most are: is this legal? Yes, it has been in the Internal Revenue Code for years and approved by the IRS. The second question is, who is doing this? The answer to that question is everyone that understands these financial principles is implementing them. The best part is I'm a completely independent financial coach, which means I work for you, not for Wall Street or some brokerage firm. So if you're sick of having to watch the market go up and down and sick of the idea of paying taxes on a benefit that you've already paid taxes on, if you're looking for a place with results instead of a bunch of marketing hype and scare tactics, you're going to absolutely love what I'm about to share with you. Now, the best thing about this retired and tax-free system is that it works for everyone. And it works on absolutely any budget and is based on results that have been proven for over 160 years. Now, when it comes to retirement, I'm sure you've noticed that people fall into one of these two categories. The worried Wall Street watcher, who's always checking markets to see how their money are doing, always worried about taking out the now recommended 2.8% per year, always worried and putting way too much stress on them, especially in something they have no control over. Stress that is affecting their health in the short and long term. Worried about, will I have enough money? As a matter of fact, did you know that studies have shown that the number one financial fear of Americans is not having enough money to retire? In fact, I often hear the comment, "I'll never be able to retire." But if I can help you have more confidence in your retirement outlook, would that be worth spending a few more minutes with me? And then there's the bucket list retirees. Retirees who are absolutely crushing it. They are happy and carefree, taking trips to see the grandkids on whim, taking amazing cruises, and seeing things that they had only dreamt of. They make retirement seem almost effortless, spending no time worried about what the market is doing. What is it that makes some retirees so happy and carefree while others are having to take on part-time jobs? They understand the power of kicking out the 3 retirement thieves: taxes, fees, and market volatility. When it comes to living a life with financial certainty, you must kick out these 3 thieves. You must begin to think differently, and you must begin to handle money differently. Don't be a statistic. In October of 2017, the Government Accountability Office had this to say: a comprehensive reevaluation is needed to better promote future retirement security. The 401k and qualified accounts have only been around for 40 years. People that are retiring today are the least prepared ever. The 401k experiment has failed. Here's how to put the odds in your favor. After talking to hundreds of people, it has become obvious that the ones with financial certainty have 2 key things in place, while those that have struggled have neither. If you put these 2 key things in place, it becomes very simple and predictable to achieve the financial results you desire month after month. So what are the 2 things you're probably thinking? It's extremely simple. First, you must have a predictable retirement system that never loses money. Remember the quote from Warren Buffett. Rule number 1, never lose money. The second thing you must have is cash flow that the IRS doesn't count as income. Now let's get down to business and show you exactly how to do it. So we're going to keep this extremely simple and easy. There's only 2 things that matter when it comes to living retired and tax-free. Number 1, the predictable retirement system that never loses money. And number 2, cash flow that the IRS doesn't count as income. If you're not putting your money somewhere safe, liquid, and getting predictable results, then let me ask you these 2 questions. How much will you lose when the market drops next time? What can you do to prevent the market from dropping? You see, in the accumulation phase of life, you could ride the ups and downs, but now in the distribution phase, you must do things very differently. When your money is all in the market, it's easy to get distracted by an 8% gain and forget about the possibility of losing it all. But the reality is that until you gain 100% control of your money and are 100% certain of your future, you will never be able to live retired and tax-free. Because you know deep down that whoever holds your money is ultimately in control of your future. And here's how you get back the power, freedom, and the ability to write your own check. You see, the retirees, my clients that have implemented the predictable retirement system, know that when the market drops, they don't lose a penny. Speaking of pennies, my clients know the following 2 numbers down to the penny. Number 1, the amount of money they are going to receive from Social Security this year. Number 2, the amount of taxes they are going to have to pay on that Social Security benefit. 0. You see, when you have a predictable retirement system that allows you to live retired and tax-free, and you know these 2 numbers, every month is as simple as looking at your calendar and seeing how much money you have to spend. While the worried Wall Street watchers are waiting on the market to come back and hoping to pull another rabbit out of their hat, always wondering if they can cover the rent and always thinking about plan B, that probably involves getting a part-time job if things don't work out. The retired and tax-free are living out their bucket list, never having to worry about losing money again. So what does this system look like? Well, it starts with throwing out all the advice you have been given by unlicensed financial celebrities on TV and radio. Throwing out the cliche terms that financial marketing has been putting into your head for years. Buying high and selling low. Greater gains come with greater risk. The market always comes back. Instead, we look for things that you actually want, like financial certainty. We take a look at the history of the taxes in the United States. We see how the tax rates have risen and fallen. We take a look at the U.S. debt, which is now over $23 trillion. We comb through the Internal Revenue Code to find the places where your money is no longer considered income. Want to know the best part of this system? I've already done this for you. Word for word, line by line, equation by equation, just plug and play. Would you like additional help? Would you like additional help setting up a system that was safe, predictable, and engineered to produce results and allowed you to live the rest of your life retired and tax-free? The best part, you will know down to the penny and day how much you are getting from Social Security and how much you are paying in taxes. You will finally have the missing piece that moves your financial plan forward when and where you need it. Now, to execute this retired and tax-free system correctly, you need to get these 4 things in perfect alignment. I refer to this as cracking the predictable retirement code. The 4 things are, number 1, where to save your money. Number 2, how much of your money is subject to volatility in the market. Number 3, how to beat the IRS at their own game using the Internal Revenue Code. Number 4, the process. The predictable process that does this over and over and over. And we have all 4 things all figured out. When you have these 4 things in perfect alignment, you can crack the predictable retirement code and literally live your life retired and tax-free, just like my clients have experienced. Now again, you have to have the right system to be able to do this and get these results. And you can do it the hard way, which is like going up to the lock and trying to guess the code. But do you know that there are more than 1 million possible combinations to a 3-number safe lock? You can try and crack it yourself, or maybe you get lucky and find a single digit that works for a year or 2. Most never find it. Or you can do it the simple and easy way and just get the code from me. Unlock it and get the results you're looking for immediately. And that's what I do all day, every day for my clients. Okay, so by now you're probably thinking, how can I get a retired and tax-free system in place for my finances that is safe, liquid, and generates proven results every single month? Well, this is perfect for you if you're tired of paying taxes. You want to leave a legacy, you want to maintain control of your money, and you're looking for financial certainty. Right now, I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients where I can help them get these kinds of massive results that I share with you in their own lives. That's why for a limited time, I'd like to work with you in a strategy session. If you meet the following criteria. I only work with clients that have the following 3 attributes. Clients who want to take back control of their money, clients who are ready to seize the opportunity, high caliber clients that are tired of risking their future on uncertain markets. So here's how the process works. We'll be focused on a specific and custom tailored strategy and execution to help you solve the 2 biggest problems when it comes to retirement. Number 1, where to store my money. Number 2, how can I live the rest of my life without ever filing income taxes again? By the way, this is the same strategy that has been in place for over 160 years and used by the wealthiest families in America. The best part is that this strategy has only gotten more powerful over time. These strategies are most commonly reserved for the wealthiest families because, quite frankly, most financial planners are so busy helping the wealthiest families, they don't have time to teach the average American tax-paying citizen. Now, the strategy session will take about 30 minutes, and you'll be speaking with me personally, and I'll be helping you identify exactly where you're at and helping you put together a strategy to retire with your savings in a safe, liquid, and predictable account, all without having to worry about what the market is going to do. So who is this for? This is for people that have been watching their accounts and the math just doesn't add up. This is for people that are good at math but cannot understand all the jargon. This is for people that are tired of paying a financial advisor a % fee every year, no matter what their performance or no matter what the performance of the market is. This is for retirees who want to never file income taxes again. I especially love people who want to spend less time worrying about what the market is going to do and more time with their grandchildren. Now, who is this not for? This is not for people who will take advice from an unlicensed TV or radio financial celebrity who knows nothing about your personal financial situation, and quite honestly, their target audience is broke people. Why would you take advice from people that are marketing to broke people? It's also not for the people that are stuck in the information gathering mode and are not prepared to take action and get results now. This is also not for the people that are looking for a band-aid to make up for lost time. Now, knowing that we are a good fit is absolutely crucial because I want to get all my clients results and work with them for the long term, and to do that, I need to get them started quickly. And the truth is that there are some people that I just cannot help. And if that's the case with you, I'll be 100% upfront with you and suggest somebody else or maybe an alternative. I'm only looking for those who are a good fit and who I'm absolutely sure I can help get results for and get them quickly. The first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session with me. We need an application to see two things. Number one, if I can help you and that I'm the best person to help you get the results that you want. Number two, that you're ready to step up, commit, and take massive action to do the required work to generate the results that you say that you want. Now, once you complete your application, you'll be taken to my calendar and you'll be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session. This is where we will really start working together to figure out exactly what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest, most predictable way possible. And then at the end of the call, one of two things will happen. You'll either be a fit and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or two, it's not a good fit and that's totally okay too, and there's no hard feelings or obligation of any kind. Either way, you will receive an insanely valuable strategy session and will walk away with a newfound clarity of exactly where you are right now in your financial life and what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want in the future. That together with the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through the barriers. And it will be guaranteed the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in your future this entire year. So go ahead, schedule a time right now, and we will see if we're a good fit for doing business together. This is a brand new program, so this opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense time needed in order to provide you with the results that you want. And as I said before, I will only work with clients who I know with absolute certainty that I can generate the exact same results for. Again, I'm only able to work with a limited number of clients at a time, and right now I only have a few spots left, which I'm looking to fill as soon as possible. So please understand that the window of opportunity won't be available for long, and what I have found is that those that can make decisions quickly and confidently are most likely to get results and most likely to become my very best clients, and we will crush it together for years to come. So go ahead and reserve your spot right now,